What's up guys, it's me Spidey, and I know I've been missing for a few weeks. I'm going to explain why I've been gone at the end of the video. So if you guys want to know, if you guys care about me as a human being and what I've been dealing with, I'm going to speak on it at the end of the video. I want to talk about my top 5 favorite decks to use in this format. I know normally I should be talking about the top 5 best decks and top 5 worst decks. And with me doing my top 5s, I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to pick 4 of my own personal choices, and my 5th place will always be a fan vote. So if you want to take part in the fan vote, you can always go to the underground Discord server link, and you can always go there whenever I put out, oh, what's your favorite this? Whenever I ask a fan question, whenever I take some type of poll, whether or not it be on my Discord or on my Twitter at @EvanComeBest, you guys can go there and you guys can vote for whatever you think can be your own personal choice, and I'll just take the biggest group from within that, and I'll have that represent the fan vote. Normally I should be talking about top 5 best, top 5 worst, but I haven't been involved in Yu-Gi-Oh! That much to really give that much of a validated opinion in it outside of what everybody else is saying in the Yu-Gi-Tuber community. So I'm just going to give my personal decks that I like using in this format. I started off with number 5. With number 5, I'm going straight to the fan vote. The fan vote within the Discord server link. I asked you guys what it was. You guys' responses was the Pendulum Magicians. Pendulum Magicians now is one of the decks that just started to get a lot of more buzz now, because now the Wavering Eyes went to 3, went from banned to 3. They put out all this new support with the Star Graph, and then they have the XYZ monster. They have all these little monsters going around that kind of build this nice little triangle defense. And one of the things with this deck is very consistent along with all the other monsters and all the other Pendulum monsters that go off between Wisdom Eyes and the new ones. And I don't know all the names yet. I'm still getting familiar with it, but I know that there's a lot of consistency within the deck that help them pop off, and you can get that board fairly easy. And so that's that deck. I'm not really familiar with it. Am I gonna try it out? I'm not really feeling it. It's not my cup of tea, but if that's what you guys are liking, I think that's cool. But I also think I think Spirals are not going to get them the fuck out of here. With Double Helix, I think Spirals going to get that deck the fuck on out of here. So that's just how I feel about that. My number 4 favorite deck to use this format is Dark Magicians. I primarily like using Dark Magicians in this format, primarily because they have the new support card with the Dark Magician Dragon Knight. That card is amazing. With the release of that, it's just like fucking incredible when you use that. And then once you have the Engine Eternal Soul, it's such a consistent deck, and it's really strong, honestly, because it's really good. I like it. It's not the strongest deck, but it is good enough to be competitive. Jumping back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And especially in this new format, I was very cautious on the decks that I wanted to choose to play in it, because a lot of the decks that I played the last time you saw me on this channel, those decks were very competitive based towards that format. Like, I can't come around using Boojins and all of that. Like, those decks just aren't the decks. So I picked archetypes that I like, that I know really well, that I like personally a lot. And Dark Magicians was one of those decks, and I knew with Eternal Soul that deck was going to be really good. So I tried that out, and I like it. It's doing fairly well in this format, especially with that new support card. It's really good. I like it. That's why it's in my number 4 spot. My number 3 most favorite deck to use in this format is Harpies. Harpies, I love to use Harpies, and I feel like right now I'm getting really good with them. I feel like one of the main reasons why I feel like Harpies are really good in this format is because a lot of these big decks have their board that relies heavily on a monster card, their little boss monsters, whether or not if it be with the True Dracos, where they have that, and Dragonic Diagram, and whether or not it be Pendulum Magicians, where they have the Star Graph, and all those other cards. We have this Magic and Trap card that you need to protect your big monsters. Harpy ladies really kill that with their fast speed and the way that they, in their playstyle, it really does kill that. It's like I don't have to worry about running 3 Twin Twisters and Galaxy Cyclone and all these other cards. Like, I don't have to worry about running those cards, because the Harpy monsters do that with their own effects, with those constant abilities. And the way I run my Harpy Lady deck, I also run Anti-Spell Fragrance, so it forces you to set your cards so my Harpy Ladies will destroy them no matter what. So that's just one of the reasons why. And Harpy Ladies was a deck that I've used damn near way back in Destiny. So my bond with Harpy Ladies are really old, and I felt like that would be a deck really good right now. And right now I'm doing really well with that deck, and it's just surprising me how well it's doing with Harpist going off so like that when Hysteric Sign. Those are just like, using those cards alone is just helping me get my real consistency out and busting out those plays to destroy all those monsters. And when Harpy Ladies get on the field, they can swarm really fast, and then, but they did fairly well within this format. So that's one of the decks that I really enjoy using in this format. My number 2 most favorite deck to use in this format is the 6 Sams. I've been gearing up 6 Sams. I'm pretty sure I'm not sure entirely on what's out right now, but I know that the new Shadow 6 Sams aren't really out right now in this moment, but they're coming. So that's just a deck that I like using online, so it shouldn't be that high up on my list, but I love 6 Sam so much that whenever the fuck this support comes out, my 6 Sam deck has been doing extremely well. It's extremely consistent. I love it. Using the new Shadow 6 Sams, that they have all these different elements, and I threw in the Invokers in there because that just has a good engine, and that all those different elements help me bust out those different fusions, and 6 Sams are so fast getting on the field, and it's just, they have the draw power, the search power, the consistency, everything in there is hidden. So I love using that deck. Like, my number one deck that I love using this format is my Master deck. Now, I know a lot of you guys may not, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't seen me in a while, you know my Master deck, you haven't heard of that, you haven't, what the fuck is going on. That's just a deck that I love using, where I can mix something that's competitive along with my personal favorite cards, along whether or not if it's being Obnoxious Celtic Guardians, Nibblemo Manga, Dandelion. Like, those are some of my favorite cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! As long as I can put some of my favorite cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! To mix along with either a really good consistent engine that I like personally and an archetype that I like, then that's the deck that I'm really enjoying. And right now, with the way my deck is set up, I have, of course I have some of the Evokers in there, I do have Elemental Heroes in there, and I have Shaddolls in there. It's a crazy mix. It seems like a lot is going on, and honestly, I probably might remove the Elemental Heroes out of there. I just really have Dark Law in there, and I think I may have one Shadow Mist, but I don't know why. Shadow Mist is really not needed, as long as I have Mass Change too. But it's just like, I barely ever draw it, so I think I haven't noticed, but I could probably get rid of it for something better, to get better consistency or something better draw power. It's my favorite deck to use because it's made with all my favorite monsters, and that's just what it makes me, still love the game and where it is today. And that's why it helps me moving forward, that I'm not just playing the game to play it, and I'm not just pleasing it. It's like I'm actually enjoying playing the decks that I'm playing right now. Granted, this isn't a lot of decks. These decks aren't really the strongest decks. I do plan on moving on and trying out more and more decks to see what I like and to get a better feel for the climate of today's game. That's just going to take time. Those are my top 5 favorite decks. What are your top 5 favorite decks? Don't forget to comment yours down below, and also don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to upload twice a week. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my other social media accounts. All those to @EvanComeBest. The underground Discord server link is down below in the description. Now, to get into the personal stuff on why you haven't seen me in the past couple weeks, basically, I came back, me and Kisame, we had a conversation, I come back to the channel, I'm doing it, life is all good and swell, and then life just fucking happens. Right around the time I uploaded the last video, I found out a very close family member, my uncle, was found dead in his apartment. Everybody that close to my family, it really shook everything going on within my family. Everybody was distraught. There was a whole investigation process going on. It was very hard on me and my family, and I just was not in a place to make videos or even have the time to do it, because not only did I have that going on with me emotionally, I still have to go to work. I still had to try to go to comedy clubs and try to do stand-up, try to just get into the mix of doing things. And then I also had a friend who was getting married, I think the week after, like the following week of the funeral that I had for my uncle, and I was the best man for that wedding, and being the best man in a wedding, you have a lot of different responsibilities. So I never had the time to be home, to turn on the camera, to get 3 to 4 hours to just sit here and make a video, go on my laptop, try to edit it and put it out for you guys. I did not have the time to do it. I try my best to get it done, but it's just really hard to do all of that and sleep. Like, it was really hard to juggle. But the wedding's over, the funeral's over. A lot of those things, those little quick responsibility things are just, those things are dealt with. So now my time is a little bit more freeing up. So now hopefully things can go back to normal. I can go back to my 2 videos a week on this channel and 1 video a week on my main channel @EvanComeBest, link down below. So thank you guys for understanding of my situation. I know I told you guys on the Discord server link. I told you guys down there. I appreciate everybody who sent me their condolences and their understandings and their prayers for me and my family. It's well more appreciated than you guys ever know, and it makes it even easier for me to come to you guys to tell you what's going on with me, to moving forward going on with the channel. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for your patience and cooperation and just your constant support that you have for me. It'll forever be grateful towards it. But now I'm gonna edit this video and go get food, because a nigga is hungry as shit. I'll see you guys next time.